Ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Are you ready?
Okay, here we go.
You're listening to the Deal Room Podcast. Join us as we bring you the inside scoop on business sales and acquisitions. Get across trends in the area and hear the industry's best recount their real-life tips, traps, and experiences. Now, here's your host, Joanna Oakey.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Deal Room Podcast, brought to you by our commercial legal practice, Aspect Legal. Now, today we have another fascinating discussion live from the recent Australian Institute of Business Brokers National Conference. We were lucky enough to grab a few moments with Aron and Matt from Aron Software and get their thoughts on the latest trends in business for sale listing websites and marketing for business sales, including some of the latest approaches to communicating with buyers. We spoke with them about some of the ways brokers are incorporating AI and automation into their business practices. So for brokers listening in, this discussion has some great ideas about what kinds of tools are available to help you streamline your systems and attract buyers. And for business owners, there are some ideas about what you might look out for when choosing where you list your business and the types of data you might be able to ask about to determine listing success. Oh, and they threw me a curveball and asked about AI replacing lawyers, something I've been asked about quite a few times. So listen in, and here we go with the boys from Aron on AI and my take on that spiky question. We'll kick it off by, I just want to hear what you're seeing in the market at the moment, in your clients, with brokers, what market trends are you on top of?
Yeah, so market trends that we're seeing at the moment is obviously the adoption of AI, writing their listing descriptions, and really they're wanting to find out how they can actually use it. A lot don't actually know how to use AI to their advantage. So, for example, for marketing, that's something that we're seeing a lot of brokers and real estate agents as well, similar space, looking for ways that they can actually use AI to market their business. So, and
what is that? Like, what's an example of using AI?
So a lot of it, I'm not too fond of it, but they like to use it to write their ad copy and their resources, downloadable resources, if it's value added, which it can be used as that. It's good. It's a good base, but you shouldn't solely rely on it. That's how I feel about it. I definitely don't think you should be running paid ads behind AI copy. I don't think that's the right strategy, just because it's AI and it's not in the market, it's not on the floor, they don't understand what's going on. But yeah, a lot of marketing agencies are starting to use it as a trend and a buzzword when they're pre-signing for brokers or brokerages or real estate agencies. So
fascinating. How does Aron fit into that, into that AI puzzle?
Yeah, well, like a lot of what we do is very much focused on automation. So, and I think this rise in popularity of AI and this becoming this buzzword has meant that a lot of brokers have had to sort of start to catch up and start to get more technical and get more used to and comfortable with technology in their business. And even if it's not going fully down the AI path, they're starting to adopt technology a little bit more freely. So we're definitely finding that initial learning curve and that barrier to entry that we've dealt with for a long time with brokers, and we've been trying to help them get comfortable with tech, is definitely becoming a little bit easier over the last sort of 2 years as they become more comfortable with it just being discussed all day, every day. So it's been big for us. But automation for us is massive. Like AI plays a role in that. It'll play more of a role in terms of like automatic communication with your database and nurturing and putting content in front of them automatically using AI, and that's a big part of what we do is giving them the tools and facilities to send out emails and SMS campaigns and upload their listings automatically and all that kind of stuff. So.
Love it. Okay, and so do you then, with your websites, you have integrations that are AI driven?
Not necessarily. No, we don't really have any AI integrations that I can think of. Not yet, anyway. Like, there's no chatbots yet that we integrate with. I mean, I'm sure they're out there. But
here's an idea then for the future,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we have. It is a good idea. They are out there. We haven't really seen a mass adoption yet in the broker space. Putting that on broker websites. You don't really see it in the real estate space either. So, no, we haven't seen that yet.
Okay. Well, what do you think is coming then? What do you you see in the on the short-term horizon? For Arrow, working with brokers.
For Arrow.
Sorry, to be clear. Well, how about we do Arrow first and then AI? But no, I meant for Arrow.
Yeah, we're just going to continue to get more built for purpose for brokers. Just more tools for automatic communication, database nurturing.
But what does that mean, like practically? So you say more tools in those areas. So what's an example of the sort of tools?
Yeah, so email and SMS marketing, so direct marketing through your database. Like we've seen a big change in the last 12 months with Google and iOS cutting third-party cookies, which everyone would have heard of just because of security issues and things like that. And what that's meaning is there's a lot more value than there ever has been on first-party data in your database, so you can send email and SMSs to them. So now our big focus is trying to help brokers utilise that data better so they can email and SMS them easily from their database, so they can distribute listings, distribute value-add content through our software, and setups like automatic nurturing, so a trail of maybe 3 or 4 emails and SMSs that go out to their database off the back of an inquiry on a listing. Maybe they've got 5 other listings in the database that are similar to that listing that's inquired on, and the software can just automatically send that kind of content out and just distribute that to that database. So
that's brilliant. Look, and we're marketers. We enjoy marketing, and we find some of these things you're talking about absolutely invaluable. But it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work putting all of this together. Obviously, your software is helping do some of that grunt work, but they still have to draft this stuff. What proportion of your brokers do you think are actually properly utilising this functionality?
Maybe 1 in 20, but that's what we're trying to do more of, is out of the box, just turn it on sort of thing. Yeah. So we have a facility called, we call them just automation cards. They're just these little pretty things, and you just flick a switch on, because they're all so built for purpose. Like we only do this for brokers, right? So they can go in there and they can go share similar listings to people that have inquired on a particular business listing, and then it just goes, okay, yeah, well, we're going to send that out automatically for you.
I love it.
Or it'll set up like business alerts criteria. So it'll look at the type of business they've inquired on. So say they inquire on a salon for $250,000, it'll say, well, obviously that prospective purchaser is interested in purchasing a salon within a certain price range. So it'll put all that criteria into like a little file, so that then whenever another listing comes into the database that they list maybe 3 months down the track that meets that same criteria, it'll just send it out for them automatically. So yeah, to your point, a lot of people just don't have the time to set all that kind of stuff up, do all the things in the software. So our big focus at the moment is building what we call these automation cards, so they can just turn them on and it just does it for them. And I think brokers are getting a lot more comfortable with that concept, and that's what we were sort of touching on earlier, because of all this buzz around AI. This isn't AI that we're building here. There's no machine learning in what we're doing, but I think everyone's getting a lot more comfortable with technology doing these things for them automatically because of this massive increase in everyone talking about AI. So,
love it.
Yeah, and absolutely. I was talking on that point as well. Like, brokers should know, like, they don't need to know how to set these things up. Like, that's not their job. Their job is listing and selling businesses, building relationships, and valuing a business. It's not setting up all the tech behind their own business, and that's why they can leverage platforms like us that know what we're doing, and they can lean on us, and we can set these things up automatically and switch of a button, set up the business alerts, the automations all behind it, the website, the marketing side to it as well. So, yeah.
And so do you collect any data or analyse any of the data of relating to campaigns that your brokers are sending? Things like, what's working in the market at the moment, what days, what time sends work?
No, not necessarily. We like our clients' data is their data. We don't really have anything in place to measure that data. That's not what we're doing. That's what we have these platforms that allow them to analyse their own data set and figure out what the best time is to send and what their target market is interacting with most. So we don't really, we don't have any rights to the data. So,
Right.
Yeah.
No, but you then show them how you provide them.
We provide them with reporting and all. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
With their data, they have full control over their data. They've got full analytics and times that they're saying how many people open the email, who opened the email, and what bounce rates you got, unsubscribes, and their most active times for 24-hour performance graph.
Love it. Okay, AI. Where do you think the opportunities are coming up in the future? AI and anything else technology based.
Yeah, just further implementation of tech in broker businesses. Like it's going to take some time for everyone to get more and more comfortable. And I think as that starts to get more and more implemented in everyone's businesses, there's going to be a lot of opportunities there. There's so much stuff that's happening manually, and if we can continue to do what we do and build those tools, and everyone implements them, and we make it easy to implement, then there's going to be some massive opportunities there that come out of that, just to nurture your database and manage your clients far better than you ever have been. You've got more free time and more time to spend on the things that actually make you money, and listing and selling those businesses and being a part of the negotiation process and all that. So.
Love it. Okay, parting words.
Yeah. Parting words. Put me on the spot. Well, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, go for it.
Do you think AI will take over the lawyer's job?
I hate this question. Do you know what? I have some strong views on this. Views. It's fascinating because I've listened to, as ChatGPT came out, everyone the crowd went wild. Yeah. And it's, I kept hearing that'll spell the end of lawyers, and I 100% disagree. I think what happens is it will create, and it is creating, proliferation of content in the market. Content everywhere, but the problem is half the content is crap, right? Because and I'm all for technology. We do a lot of testing with chat and other AI, but I find that generally between 30 to 50% of what comes out of it is actually incorrect. Sounds amazing, but it's actually incorrect. So I think the opportunity is here. Number one, to help for efficiency. So there's a big opportunity if you can jump on board and know how to utilise that in your own business to build efficiency in what you're already doing. But I think it paves the way for even more reliance on thought leaders that are trusted and credible, and I think it'll be harder for new people to come into the space because there's so much content. People come back to, users need to come back to who they know and trust will be giving them the right answers because there will be so much around that is crap. So I think it's a huge opportunity, but I think the market will see through it very quickly. And ultimately, perhaps what it does is it reduces the amount of this sort of repetitive task for lawyers because we can automate it, but it will never take away the advice and negotiation insight element, I think. And a lot of our job is like driving deals fast as per... And I think that still remains. So that's my thoughts. What do you reckon?
No, I definitely agree. I come up against, I'm also tailored to the marketing side, and I come up against marketing agencies that love using this buzzword and AI. AI can do all your marketing for you. Like, we just use AI, and it can't be further from the truth. Like, you can't expect an AI bot to produce a high converting campaign that will. It's just not going to get you the numbers that it can. Like someone who's been in the field for 5, 10, 15 years, and actually, it's a forever changing industry, forever changing market. You always have to what worked 8 months ago may not work today. So how is an AI bot going to understand all of those, the metrics and understanding how to produce a higher ROI campaign and looking at all the data? Like, they're great for analysing data, but there has to be someone driving, like you're saying, driving the fast deals. Like, there's got to be someone driving the marketing campaign. It can't just be relied on an AI.
Yeah, but I guess opportunity still there is in creating content, but then it's still up to the users to test, measure, test, use data, as you've been talking about, and then use that to make sure campaigns.
Yeah, we use it. We use it all the time, just as a bit of a kickstart when we're writing, like you said, repetitive content. We've got a very similar point of view on it. Because we're in the digital marketing space, and there is a lot of repetition in parts of what we do, and we use it as a bit of a base to then build on top of. So it's absolutely a beneficial tool, and it's something that you can really use to cut hours out of your day if you're doing those kinds of things. I think it just, it maybe is getting looked at a little bit too much for things that require that personal touch, and it's a bit like the advertising space online for us is like, when early stages, it was really easy to run an ad, and like with social media advertising on the Facebook ad network, you could run an ad and you could get results, but now there's so many ads and it's so saturated that the way you actually run an effective ad is by literally making it not look like an ad. Like that's a big part of what we do. We're trying to make it look like real content that the user can absorb, and it's the same thing with this AI stuff, is that a lot of the content it's producing it's recognizably written by a bot. It just doesn't have that personal touch to it. And I think, like you said, the people that know what they're doing and have that real skill set and know-how are going to stand out even more so, because you've got a lot of these cowboys just leveraging AI and that don't actually know what they're talking about. So,
Love it, guys. What a fascinating discussion. Well, thanks so much. Once again, live from AIBB 2023. And so any of our brokers listening in, how do they find out more about Aron?
just arrowsoftware.com. Jump on there and we've got all the details on there.
How about we put a link in our show notes to wherever the QR code is taking them.
Good.
Love it. Boys, thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks, Joanna.
See you guys. Well, that's it for this episode of the Deal Room Podcast. We hope you're now primed for your next deal with these pointers and have enjoyed these fascinating insights. Now, if you'd like more information about this topic, then head over to our website at thedealroompodcast.com, where you'll be able to download a transcript of this episode, as well as access any contact details and any other additional information we referred to in today's podcast. Now, if you'd like to get in contact with our guests today and the services they offer, you can go ahead and check out our show notes for a link right through to them and their details. You can also book in directly with our legal legals at Aspect Legal if you'd like to soundboard your next steps, discuss a legal question, or find out more how we can assist, whether that's with buying or selling a business, or perhaps somewhere in between. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the Deal Room Podcast on your favourite podcast player to get notifications whenever a new episode is out. We'd also love to hear your feedback, so please leave us a review and rating if you're already one of our subscribers, or even if you're listening to this podcast for the very first time. Every review helps our team produce valuable content for you. Well, thanks again for listening in. You've been listening to Joanna Oakey and the Deal Room Podcast, a podcast proudly brought to you by our commercial legal practice, Aspect Legal. See you next time. Aspect Legal has a number of great services that help businesses prepare for a sale or acquisition, to help them prepare in advance and to get transaction ready. We've also got a range of services to help guide businesses through the sale and acquisitions process. We work with clients both big and small and have different types of services depending on size and complexity. We provide a free consultation to discuss your proposed sale or acquisition. So see our show notes on how to book a time to speak with us, or head over to our website at aspectlegal.com.au.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment. Thanks for listening to the Deal Room Podcast. To find out more about this episode and other episodes in the series, check out the show notes or head over to our website at thedealroompodcast.com.au.